Welcome to another MSP360 case study. Today we're talking with Tim Rookes, director at UK-based MSP, True MSP. Tim, thanks for joining me today.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
Glad you're here. Can we start first by you taking a minute or so and telling those watching a little about True MSP and the work that you do there?
Yeah, sure. So we started around about 7 years ago. We're an MSP, as our name suggests. So we tend to look after small to medium businesses. Basically, is our wheelhouse. And we've got a team of about 30 of us here, and we've got about 150 or so clients. So growing quite nicely. And yeah, just all the usual challenges that I'm sure lots of people watching this have with MSPs, but it's great fun.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's jump into the case study here. Now, as I understand it, your company's been a long time MSP360 customer. Is that correct?
That's correct. We've used MSP360 since day one, so 7 years basically.
And that was back to then the CloudBerry Backup before it was
Yeah,
even rebranded to MSP360, correct?
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and why did you choose CloudBerry then?
The big attraction to us then was kind of this concept of bring your own storage. We were when we started off, we were well, we still are a Microsoft partner, but we're using Microsoft Azure, and we just like that really appealed to us that we weren't tied into the backup vendor's storage, and we could actually just choose where we wanted to put that backup data. So that's why we were attracted to CloudBerry as it was back then.
And what was the need to actually put the storage in the cloud in the first place? Simply moving with the trends? Was it a customer asking? How did that come about?
Yeah, it was moving with the trends. I mean, I guess our business is relatively young, so when we started out 7 years ago, we wanted to get right off the gate, pushing the cloud message and explaining to clients why they should be putting their data in the cloud, and all the benefits of doing that. So that and again, that's why at the time the CloudBerry product really fit the bill.
And then how are you using MSP360 backup today? I'm assuming you've upgraded by now. I know you have. I'm just making a joke there, but what benefits are you? How are you using it today, and what benefits are you seeing in it today?
Yeah, I mean we're using it all the time, just rolling it out to more and more clients. The benefits that we see, the way it's sort of improved is the interface is obviously got more and more slicker, and there's more features coming out all the time. It's more efficient with the way that it actually backs the data up. So we see that improvement that's going on, and that benefits us all the time, basically.
And is your data all still in Azure, or do you have it mixed around? Do customers ask for where they want to put it? What are you doing today with that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So our clients don't ask us where to put it. They'd like to know that it's in the UK. So again, that's another advantage of being able to choose where you want to put the storage. We've actually sort of moved away from Azure, and we're using a combination of Backblaze and Wasabi to store the data. Um, so yeah, and the Wasabi data center is in London, which is obviously good for us. So that's very local.
And what are you backing up today? Is it servers only? Is it workstations? Is it on premises devices? Stuff that's in the cloud, virtualized, physical? What do you focus on right now?
So it's primarily servers, mainly on-prem. We have some servers that are in the cloud. So we've got servers in both Amazon and Azure, but we still use MSP360 to back those servers up. What we tend to do for those is that they will tend to have their own snapshot technology in the background, but we'll use MSP360 to give us a really simple to use file recovery, rather than having to go into like Amazon's native snapshot technology and all that, much quicker to do the MSP360. But the majority of things that we back up are on-prem servers. And then we've got a couple of NAS drives and things like that that we use to back it up as well.
Excellent. And then could you share maybe an instance where MSP360 backup in the cloud, the storage in the cloud, had a material impact on a backup and recovery scenario of some kind?
Yeah, I mean, we've over the years, obviously, we've used it countless times to restore data and all that sort of thing. But we did have an incident, unfortunately, a few months back where a client had quite a bad hack. They had Hyper-V servers. Unfortunately, someone managed to get in at night time, and they basically just deleted all the VHDs, so they lost everything. Even the hosts were encrypted as well. So we rebuilt the hosts, and then we got onto CloudBerry. We had a mix of virtual machines and physical boxes to restore. The virtual machines, we just fired up MSP360, reran the VHD backups and got those back online. And with the one of the physical bits of hardware, we only had a backup in the cloud via MSP360, and we used the MSP360 boot disk that was kind of created, booted this machine up, connected it to the backup data, restored it, and that was a physical backup of the machine. So that, and it just worked fantastic. And they got the relatively big company. They got about 7 or 8 servers, and we got all of those servers back online and fully functioning within about 48 hours.
That's actually really amazing because I remember reading a stat last year that was, on the average, it was like 75% of small businesses, if they're not back up and running within 7 days, they're likely going to shut down.
Yeah,
And that percentage might be a little high, but it's kind of amazing, and also a lot of times we hear all these stories of obviously much larger organizations, like entire cities or something, the city, as an organization and its IT organization, it takes them months to get back to where they were, but 48
yeah.
hours is fantastic here, so I'm glad to hear that. Tim, thanks for sharing your story with us.
As I said from the start, we've been using MSP360 from the beginning of our business, so it's an integral part of what we do. And so, the opportunity for me to give something back to you guys and help the community is something that I wanted to do. So, thank you.
Yeah, wonderful, I think you accomplished that today. We've been talking with Tim Rooks from True MSP. This has been another MSP360 case study.